This conference will now be recorded.
So, last class we have seen how to go ahead and perform the environment setup, right? I'm back to my Visual Studio Code. This is the place where we will be doing our LWC program. Today onwards, we will start our LWC program from basics, right? We will see how to go ahead and design a template, how to go ahead and write the JS script, how to go ahead and write the JS meta XML, and then how to go ahead and put it in the visual to put it in the Salesforce. We'll see. Now let's start without wasting a time, right? Now the first thing that we are going to see is that how to go ahead and design. Control Shift P. I will go ahead and I'll say create a Lightning Web component. System will ask me the name. I will say LWC underscore 0702 today's date underscore EG1 underscore, right? I will say LWC1, first LWC, even though we created yesterday. So LWC1 basic. Let's see, press enter. So I'm closing the yesterday's component. I'm here. This is the place where you will do designing. Right. Now, whatever you have learned, the command, right? Same thing works here, but not with a colon, but with a dash. For example, LIGHT, lightning dash card. There is no colon. It's dash card. Lightning dash card. Title. Title. LWC basics. Next, icon. There is no caps. Wherever there is a caps, the caps will be replaced with dash. Remember that in LWC. What does that mean, Rupam? Right? That means if you have a name, right? If you put a component name, let's say that I create a component called as, right? Right? I put a component as my component. Whenever there is a C capital, it'll become dash. My dash component. C will become small. That is the reason in LWC we don't use upper camel. Always use lower camel. If you see in Lightning, it was what? It was ICON, icon name. It was like this. Icon name equals to standard. Standard, right? Colon. What is that? Standard colon account. Here, things will become dash. This icon N is capital. The N will become small and it will become underscore. It will become, sorry, dash. It will become like this. That is the reason we don't use upper camels in LWC. Remember this very well. In my name also, I'm not supposed to use this LWC capital, right? So icon name, STANDARD is standard, ACCOUNT. Let's see what happens. Right, that's good. Next, right? Next, whenever you want to display a variable, we display like this, right? I will say name, right? My name is, this is the way we declare a variable. There we use v dot. There we declare attributes. Aura attribute name equals to name, type equals to string, and then this is my name. In a bracket, how do you do that there? We say exclamation v dot. But here, no exclamation, nothing, no v dot, directly name, directly name, right? How to declare this variable? This variable has to be declared where JavaScript. You write the program here. Yeah. Name equals to RUPM Rupam CHAKRABORTY over. Name equals to. You don't put where int, nothing. Direct declaration. Nowhere. Nowhere name. Nowhere. Direct. Control S. Control S. Right? Control Shift P. Authorize an org. It's a production. Press enter. Other than waiting, there is no other options. This is a little bit annoying, but we can't do anything. Right? Meantime, anybody has any doubt how to declare a variable? We will see next the type of variables. We declare a variable directly there like this. Okay. Right. Looks like my authorize command finally ran. I go ahead and type Rupam @lt104.com, password CRM1234 hash. Perfect. My authorization ran successfully. I can close it. Control Shift P. Deploy this to the source org. I'm deploying it to the source org. Meantime, I right click on it. I click on rename. I copy the name, right? I come to my, it's deploying, let it deploy. Meantime, we can log in and check it out. CRM1234 hash. So there the system is deploying it. We are still waiting for system to deploy. Perfect. Deployment was done successfully. I just logged into my environment, clicked on setup, clicked on developer console. I can't see the preview from Visual Studio Code. To see the preview, I have to come here. To see the preview, I have to come here. There we go. I have my dummy app opened. I remove this app and I put this one C colon my app name. Control S. Click on preview. System is loading. See, my name is Rupam Chakravarti. My name is some basic I'm doing first. My name. Where is the name? This is the place where I declare the name. This is the place where I declare the name. Right? Now, we will put a button. Right? Lightning dash hyphen button. Lightning hyphen button. Right? Label. Label equals to, right? Submit. Right? Keep watching. Label equals to submit. On click. You don't write on click in quotes. Variable and function look same here. Call me. Check the variable and the function look same. There is no differentiation. Variable and a function look same. Name in a curly bracket. Function also in a curly bracket. Whereas in Lightning, we say exclamation C dot. We say exclamation C dot name, call me. This is how we declare in Lightning. But this is how we declare in LWC. This is how we declare in LWC. This is how we declare in LWC. Directly the function. Directly the function. Right? No quotes, no inverted quotes, guys. Don't think that we will put a invert, even though system gives the inverted quotes, you have to remove the inverted quotes. Right? Right. Now, how to write a call me? Copy call me. Control S. Right? Put call me. Call me. Control C. Control V. This is how you write call me. Always it's best practice that you put event. Event. Now what do you want to do? Whenever this button is pressed, I want the name to change from Rupam, right? The name to change from Rupam to capital info. How can I do that? Whenever you want to pass the variable, whenever you want to set the variable with a value, use this dot. This dot. This dot name is equals to what? I'm setting it to CAPITL, capital info solution. This dot name. I'm going with a very low level basics so that you can understand the difference between what you did in Lightning and how it is working in LWC. Today's class is all about basics. Next class onwards, no basics, directly jumping on, right, advanced concepts. Control S. Control Shift P. Deploy this to the source org. Every time I make a change, I have to deploy this to the source org. Every time I make a change, I have to deploy this to the source org. Guys, everybody is able to understand how to declare a variable, how to declare a function, how to declare a variable, how to declare a function. Yes, everyone. Now I come here, right? I press enter. Let me see the output. I will get a button. As soon as I click this button, you see that capital info solution comes in. As soon as you click the button, capital info solution comes in. right? When the page load, it loads with a default name value called as Rupam Chakravarti. Whenever I click on submit, immediately capital info solution comes in, right? This is how we do. Call me. In the template, variable and function doesn't have any difference. Only there's a color code difference. Variable and function both look same to me. Name, name, right? Clear everyone. Clear everyone. Yes. Now, how to go ahead and accept input? How to go ahead and accept input, right? Lightning, IN put, lightning input, lightning input, lightning input. Don't remove this. Every LWC component should have opening and closing. Every LWC component should have an opening and closing. But whereas in Lightning and Aura, we used to do a self-closing here, like this. But here, no self-closing. Opening tag, closing tag. Perfect. Label. Label equals to, right? EMPLOY, employee name. Label equals to employee name. Label equals to employee name, right? You have to write, to get the data inside, you have to always write on change. On change. On change equals to write a function. On change function is, right? Function is L, function is list. Listen, listen, just give me a sec. Okay, right? Listen, listen, name, listen, name, listen, name. Always you have to write on change. Copy this listen name, come here, write one more. No comma, no comma. Listen name. Like this you have to write. You are not using event, I know that, but still it's best practices write event. Then I want to pass whatever the input is been entered here. I want to pass it to this name variable. By default, the variable is, default value is Rupam Chakravarti. Whenever you press the button, the value has been changed to capital info solution. Now, if somebody enters the data, right, I will go ahead and I will say this dot name is equals to, how to get the data from the template. You have to say event dot target dot value. This is how you get the data from the template. This is equals to component dot get. This is equal to component dot get. In Lightning, we use component dot get. Why? Whatever the input data is captured, it has been passed to the attribute. From the attribute, if you want to get the value, we use what? Event dot, we use their component dot get. Here, event dot target dot value. Event dot target dot value. Control S. Control Shift P. Deploy this to the source org. Guys, we are in basics. I believe everyone is able to understand the basic things that I'm doing here. How to capture a value from an input to the logic. Perfect. Let us go ahead and see. Press enter. The same app. See, now the best part is that R, I don't need to do anything. RAVI, and it's see that my name is Ravi. CHANDRA. CHANDRA. It comes here automatically, guys. It comes here automatically. I click on submit, it overrides to capital info. See how I'm capturing my input? How I'm capturing my input? How am I capturing the input? How I'm capturing the input? Right? Good. Now, right? Let's do another program. Example 2. Write a program to calculate greater of 3 numbers in LWC. We are still in the basics, guys. Right? Control Shift P. Create a Lightning Web component. I will say LWC underscore 0702 underscore EG2 underscore, right, GRAT greater 2 num, greater 3 num. I'm creating an LWC program. Now let's do this program here, right? Lightning card, lightning card, title, greater of 3 number, lightning input, lightning input, label, enter first number, enter first number, on change, right? FIRST, first, NUM, first num. Copy this, Control V, Control V, right? Enter second number, second num. Enter third number, third num. Right. Now I will have a button, right? Lightning. Oh, wrong. Lightning button group. Lightning. LIGHTNING. Lightning button. I'll have 2 buttons. Label. Calculate. On click. Calculate me. Next, label. Cancel or clear. On click. Clear me. See, this is how we write. We design in the template. Control S. I need to have 3 variables. Where I declare the variable here. How you declare the variable? We declare it inside this. We'll talk about what is an import, what is an export. Don't worry about it. Each and every line, what is lightning element from LWC, I'll explain you. Right? So here, num1, num2, num3, result. This is how you declare a variable. Over. So simple. Perfect. Now, for each of the data to capture, you have to write listen function. Num1, event. I have to copy this 3 times. Num2, num3. Second num, second num. Third num, third num. Finally, when you click the button, calculate me, calculate, Control C, Control V. Next, one more is there. Clear me, clear me. Control C, Control C, Control V. Over, guys. Right? No, not yet over. We have to write the program. How it can be so fast it's over. First one. What is this here to do? This dot num1 equal to event dot target dot value. Event dot target dot value. Whatever the data that you enter in the first input text will be assigned to num1 now. This will have to do for 3 times. This dot num2. Perfect. Next 3 times. This dot num3. So we capture the value. Now whenever there's a calculate, then I have to go ahead and I have to play with it. Right? I have to go ahead and I have to play with it. Right? Right? Play with it. So I will say const constant a equals to parse int. Parse int what? Num1 a, right? Parse int a. I'm converting it to a number. Control V, Control V. D C. Parse int num2, num3. Inside this, you have to declare const. Right? Next, if now I'm writing my if statement. If A is greater than B and A is greater than C, then what do you want to do? I will say alert the greater number is plus A. Else if B is greater than A and B is greater than C, right? Then alert else See how I'm doing the programming in AWC? Guys, able to understand? Yes or no? Able to understand? Yes or no? Everyone? See that? Similar program, but not same as what you
Yes,
did in
sir.
Lightning.
Uh,
Similar program. Yep. Question?
Sir, and if A less than C you took, sir. A greater than B and A less than C.
Oh, sorry, my mistake. There we go. Perfect. Should be good. Control S. Let's select the clear program. Clear program. What is that? What is that? This dot num1 equals to null. This dot num2 equals to null. This dot num3 equals to null. Set it to null. This is a complete program for us to go ahead and play. This is the template. This is the JavaScript JS file, the module. This is the template. This is the module. Control Shift P, right? Deploy this to the source org. Perfect. Right click on the component, click on rename, copy the component name, come to developer console, change this, Control S, click on update preview. There we go. Let's put a number, 89, 45, 66. Calculate. Num1 not defined. Woof, uncaught error. Num1 not defined. Perfect. Let's go ahead and see. Didn't we define num1? Num1 not defined, it says. Oh, that's really bad. No? Okay.
The variable should be small, right?
Where?
Number one, capital in nature, right? That is
Because I gave a capital name, no? So why
So
should this?
Rupam in the calculate
So
me.
while accessing this variable,
This dot,
while
sorry.
accessing, we don't use
This
this
dot.
dot number.
This dot. Yep, that's correct. DHIS. This dot. That's a problem. Correctly caught, see? There we go. You have to use this dot everywhere. You cannot call a variable inside without a this dot. This dot. This dot. That was the problem. Control S, Control Shift P, deploy this also. If I declare a name as caps, I can use caps, no issues at all. Right? In the JavaScript, you can use caps, but be careful while giving the name of the LWC component. Wait. Perfect. Press enter. Now enter the number. 89, 44, 33. Calculate. The greater number is 89. 444. Calculate. The greater number is 444. 3768. Calculate. The greater number is this. Clear. Clear. Woof. Clear is not working now. Let's come here, right? This dot num1, null it's not taking, okay? This dot num1 equals to clear. Control S, Control Shift P, deploy to the source org. Deploy to the source org. Deploy to the source org. It's still running. It's still running. Perfect. Deploy it. Now, let's go ahead. Enter. 67, 34, 44, clear. Clear. My clear button itself is not working. Why? Let us check it out. Why? Right. I'm setting num1. Is it the same thing I have used? This dot. Perfect. Let me see. Clear. It's calling clear me. Let's go ahead and check it out. Yep, it's calling clear me. It should be. I should be able to reset the numbers. Whatever I entered, I should be able to do this. Okay. Now, how to troubleshoot? How to troubleshoot? Always troubleshoot using either alert or with console.log. C-O-N-S-O-L-E, console.log. Console.log. Reached here. Next, console.log. This dot num1. Right. Next, console.log. This dot num1. Let me see what's happening here. Control Shift P. Deploy to the source org. Why my clear button is not working? Let's understand. Perfect. Perfect. Refresh the page. Refresh the page. Right click on the page. Click on Inspect. Click on Console. Wait. Type 78, 89, 33. Click Clear. Reached. Perfect. 78. Perfect. Next value, see that? No value. So it's working. It's working. But it's not clearing on the window. It's working, but it's not clearing on the window. See? Reached here. Whenever you click this button, yes, I reached here. Then what I said console.log this dot num1. The value of num1 we enter is 78. Perfect. Then I said to console.log, I have set it to blank. Then I said console.log, right, this dot num1, third one, and that's exactly is coming up here. And see that there's no value. No value. Then why it's not happening on the page? Perfect. Wait. Use. Yep. Tell me, there's a mic getting unmuted.
We need to implement the track property.
Yeah, there we go. Any changes? There we go. Oh, I'll not put one. Any changes, right? Lightning web component has decorators. There are 3 decorators available. @track, right? @wire, @track, right? @wire, @API. There are 3 decorators available. What is a decorator? We'll talk about in the next class. What is a decorator? Lightning web component has decorator. There are 3 decorators available. @track, @API, right? @track, @API, and what was the other one? At the rate, at the rate, at the rate
At the rate track API
that I have already
and
told.
wire.
At the rate wire. There are 3 decorators available. Track, API, wire. Track, API, wire. Whenever you want to use any decorators, you have to put it here. Whenever you want to use any decorators, whenever you want to use any decorators, you have to use, first thing is that you have to put it here, comma, track. Then in front of the variable, I will say @track, @track, control S, control S, @track. What is the track does? It captures any type of change in the data. Any type of changes in the variable, it captures and it reflects immediately. @track, @track. Now I will go ahead and I'll declare @track num2, @track num3. All are @track. Variable I have decorated with @track. Anyway, I'm not using result now, so leave it. @track. Control S. Control Shift P. Deploy this to the source org. Let's see what happens now. Whenever you don't declare @track or you just declare num1, num2, num3, it's a private variable. It is within that particular JavaScript only, right? Now I go ahead and I refresh. Again, I'll refresh. I put a number 98, 100, 85. I click on calculate. The greater number is 100. Perfect. I click on clear, right? I click on clear. See, still this is not getting reflected here. Still it's not getting reflected here. I click on clear, right? Reached here, the first variable is this, second variable is this. First variable is this, the same variable is second time. Because the value of first number is blank now, because you have, as soon as you click on it, you have set it to blank. As soon as you click, you see that both the values are blank, but it's not getting reflected in the page. This is, you have to find it out now. Why a data is not being reflected? That the data is getting updated here, right? I'm setting it to null, it's working. But null value is not been passed to this, right? Right? Because the reason, right? The reason is that you are bringing the value. I'll tell you the reason. You are bringing the value to num1. Where is num1? Num1 is in the JavaScript only. In the template, do you see anywhere num1? Do you see anywhere num1? Do you see anywhere num1? No. You don't see num1 here. You didn't assign num1 to this first number. Tell me, where is the num1? Where is num1 in this display? Not there. Then you will declare one more parameter called as value. Value equals to, I will say, num1. Keep watching the story. Value equals to num1. Each one of them. Value equals to num2. Value equals to num3. Control S. Num1, num2, num3. Value equals to num1, num2, num3. Because the data is getting changed in the controller. No problem, everything is fine. But this num1 has no representation in the template. That is the reason whatever, how much you click on clear, 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 it is getting clear. The data the data num1, num2, num3 is getting updated in the script, but not on the screen. Not on the screen. Control S. Control Shift P. Deploy this to the source arc. Control Shift P. Deploy to the source arc. Wait, we'll do so many things. Perfect. Now let's go ahead. Refresh. Refresh. 95, 100, 85. Calculate. 100. Clear. Perfect. 85 didn't got clear. Why? See, let's go ahead and check. Num3. Let's see that. See, there's a spelling mistake. Num3 is in small, whereas here the num3 is caps. Control C. Able to understand, guys? Yes or no, everyone? Why it didn't work? Actually, I thought to give you as a homework, but anyhow, fine. You guys are new, no? So that's the reason there is no meaning breaking your head. You assign this value to this. Rupam, then can we take this value directly from this num1? Rather than calling this, can we take it or not is a question, right? So come here, Control S. You don't need this anymore now. Console.log. Whenever you want to debug this, we use this console.log. I'm just keeping it for you so that you to understand. Everybody clear, right? How things are working, how we are going step by step. Control Shift P, deploy to the source org. Anybody has any questions? Whenever you want to track a change, you have to use @track, right? Suppose if I don't use @track Rupam, will it work? Yeah, it'll work, to be open and frank. Without using that, also it'll work. Anyhow, now it'll work. Everything will work fine, right? 56, 39, 40, 55. Clear, all gone. Here it's showing 56 reached here. Perfect. Now let's go further. Rupam, can I disable this program? Yes, let's disable this. Till here. Complete listening event, num1, second num, third num. Directly whatever you're passing the value here, I want to pass it to num1 and num1 is here. And I'll pick that number and I'll calculate. Will it work? Let's see. Control Shift. Oh, first save it. Control S. Control Shift P. Deploy this to the source org. Now, what is the purpose of track? You'll come to know here. Perfect. I don't. Okay. Let it be. I'm refreshing it. Refreshing. Enter first number. For oh, cannot read property apply of undefined. Cannot read. So let's do one thing. Come here. Come here. I will remove on change for the moment. Let's see. Delete. Control S. Right? Control Shift P. Deploy to the source org. Because whenever there's on change, it's calling that function, and we have just disabled the function, right? Whenever it's on
So
change,
you
we
have
are
to
calling
do
that.
the same thing for line number 4 and 5.
Yeah, I know that. I know that. I know that. Right? We are going step by step. You know
Okay.
it, right? Press enter. $56. No issues. Perfect. So repeat it for all the lines, because as soon as it's trying to call change is happening, it's trying to call on change. But we have just disabled this on change in our JavaScript. Control S, Control Shift P, deploy to the source org.
The error, we saw it on the screen, and the change you are making, like, whatever it said, it doesn't, like, make sense, right? Like the error, we aren't able to understand what actually it was
Correct.
trying to say.
Because LWC doesn't have a debugger, it doesn't have a compiler. So hence, these will be generic errors.
Okay.
There is no way to debug Lightning and LWC errors. You have to do it by your experience or with a console.log or with write alert. There is no other option. 56, 77, 39. Calculate. See, the greater number is now. The greater number is now, right? Even though the data that you're entering, it's not getting assigned to num1, guys. Num1, where is num1? Here is num1. Then I'm converting the num1 to ABC and I'm comparing, right? Let us see whether the num1 value gets captured or not here. So what I'll say, console.log, right? The value of num1 is plus this dot num1, value of number. I'm just placing a console.log to see, am I getting the num1 value or not? Inside this, right, num1 has been assigned here, right? But I'm not getting the num1 value. Console.log, Control Shift P, deploy to the source org. Perfect. Okay, press enter. $67, $53, $22. Calculate. See, don't look at the here. The value of number is undefined. That means by this exercise you understood that values is not, it's a one direction. Values are one direction. Whatever you enter in the input, they don't get assigned to num1. They don't get assigned here. But if I say num1 equals to 100, Control S, Control Shift P, deploy this to the source org. Num1 equals to 100 I gave. I refresh my app. See, 100 comes preloaded. But when you enter a number from 100 to 200, right, and calculate, still the value is 100 there. See, so it is only one direction. It is only one direction. Controller to component, controller to template, controller to template, not template to controller, not template to controller, not template to controller. It is only one direction. See, this 100 is there. Whenever you want to pass it, then the value is working. But when you type something, that doesn't get assigned to this in LWC. In LWC, they don't get assigned. Same thing get assigned where in Lightning. Value equals to V dot. Automatically that get assigned to the attribute. But here, it's not getting assigned. Clear, everyone, what I'm trying to explain, the basics. Hence, we need this. We need these all. We need this. On change. On change. We need this. On change. Understood, guys? Yes or no? To bring the data from here to here, we need this. We can only get it by the function. We only get it by the function. On change. Understood? Yes or no? Control S. Everyone understood? Yes. Yes. Guys, yes or no? Somebody say yes or no. Something.
Yes, Rupam.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Perfect. Now, let's do one thing. If there are 20 like this, num1, num2, num3, num1, num2, num3, let's say num4, num5, num6, right? Suppose rather than number, I have lightning input label equals to first name, lightning input label equals to second last name, lightning input label equals to email, lightning input label equals to phone, lightning input label equals to email, lightning input label equals to fax, sick, zip code, country code. If there are 100, will you go ahead and write like this 100? 3 are there, so I've written 3 on change event. If there are 100 inputs, will you write 100? Really bad. Definitely not. Really bad. So how will I handle such situation in LWC? Here, there are only 3 inputs. For all the 3 input, I have first on change first num, on change second num, on change third num. Agreed. But if there are 100 inputs, right? If there are 100 inputs, then how will I handle the situation? How will I handle the situation? Right? I'm going and creating one more lightning card in the same thing I'm showing you this example. Greater of 3 number, unification. Unification. Right? I will say, right? CAPTURE, captured data. All of them I will say capture data. Capture data, capture data. There it was different. Now here I'm saying capture data, capture data, capture data. On change, capture data. On change, capture data. On change, capture data. Anything. You can give your name also. On change Rupam. On change Rupam. On change Rupam. Now let's come here. Control C. Rather than writing 3 different functions, I can write only one function. Capture data. Here I'll say event. What will you do? Let's understand. Right? I will say const constant. Right? Constant. Which? Constant WH. Which field? Some variable A, B, C, D. I said WH. Equals to event dot target dot name, event dot target dot name, event dot n small, event dot target dot name. This will bring wherever the things change. If you're writing here, this capture will get the name. You're writing in, you're writing there, right? What you're writing, right? Then in that case, I have to declare name. Name equals to, you have to declare name. Name equals to eval. whenever you are using a unification, you need to have a name compulsory. Name equals to, this is something equal to aura ID. Aura ID, unique. Name has to be unique, guys. This is an ID now. CVal, AVal, CVal, BVal, CVal. A value, B value, C value. Name has to be there. System will give you this. If you start typing here, immediately system will give this AVal written. What this will give me and be stored in WH. In WH, I will have AVal. If you're typing in number 2, it will give me VVal. If you're typing something in number 3, this will WH will store CVal. Then I will say if WH equal to AVal, AVal. Then here we go. Else if w dot h equals to bval, then it is a num2. Else anyhow the last value I need not to compare, I can say num3. See, over one function, same name, system is giving you the name written. These are the IDs. Here also I have a calculate. I'll say calculate 2, clear 2, right? Control S, Control Shift P, deploy to the source org.
Rupam,
Guys, yes.
in chat,
Line 27.
yeah, line
Line,
27.
wait, in the program,
Yeah.
right,
Target, spelling of target.
T okay, TAR, sorry, my mistake. Okay, anyhow we have to redeploy again, right? Control S, Control Shift P, deploy this resource org. Now you understood. See, the complete programming is different. Why Lightning is a separate course? By this you understood. It is completely different from your Apex, completely different from your Visual Force. Why LWC is a separate course? See, now you understand. Am I using anything from Lightning other than these basics? Lightning card, Lightning input. That's the reason I told you. You need to have a Lightning to join LWC. You need to know the Lightning, because otherwise I don't have a time to explain you now what is a button group, what is a Lightning button will do, what is a card will do, what is a layout will do. I'm not explaining all those. I'm directly coming here, rarely writing, only watching. Today's class you didn't even wrote a single note. Control Shift P. Once again, let me deploy this source org. Deploy the source org. Perfect. Let's go ahead and refresh. Press enter. Right. I changed to 300. I changed to 400. I changed to 500. Calculate. The greater number is 500. It works. It works. Clear? It works. See, calculate 2 is working. Calculate 2 is now not copying this one. See, calculate 2 is copying captured data, right? This captured data here, captured data. Whatever the input that I'm taking, there it was multiple functions. Num1 is a function, num2 is a function, num3 is a function. Now I have a unification. All the functions, if there are 100 attributes, all of them will 100 will point to captured data. And in the captured data, in the function, I will separate them. I will understand whether it was the change in name, it was change in phone, it was change in fax. Then I will say if WH equals to name, if here WH is a variable, you can put your name also. WH means who or where in eval. Then number 1 equals to target dot. Go and get the value of that. Guys, everybody in my class able to understand LWC programming? Yes or no?
Yes, Rupam.
Others?
Yes, sir.
Good, right? Good.
Rupam, we can also use switch case in this
Yeah,
function, right?
absolutely. You can. Absolutely. No issues. Anybody has any questions? Anybody has any questions? Perfect. Do you want the program? Yes. Control C, Control V, enter. Control C, Control V, enter. This is the template. Control C, Control V, enter. This is the capture. Control C. Here you go. Calculate. There we go. See, so many big program, but there's nothing. Done. All the programs are there on the chat window. Go to the home, custom code, lightning component, lightning components. Scrolling down, 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 down. Can you see more our LWC component? Aura, 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 LWC, LWC, LWC. This is what we created today. 0702, two examples. Example 1, example 2. Your basic classes are over with this. How to go ahead and write a template, you know now. How to do some basic calculations, you know now. Now I'll give you a homework. Who will give you homework? Right? Everybody comfortable? Everybody comfortable? Right? Everybody can do this? Everybody can do this? Everybody can do this? This is how it has to come. Output is in blue, input is in green. When you calculate the button, these two fields are output fields. Perfect. Right? This is the homework for you. You have to do in LWC. Everybody should be able to do this in LWC. Anybody who can't do, not confident? This link changes next week. This link is not going to work. There would be new links sent to you. Please contact your course admin to complete your formalities if you have not completed. Please contact your course admin if you have not completed your formalities. Please contact them. Do not join on this link. This link expires. This link expires. Do not join on this link. Next Saturday, 7:30 a.m. Every Saturday, 7:30 a.m. Every Sunday, 8 a.m. That's your class timing. Right? No confusion. I don't want any confusion anywhere. Saturday, 7:30, Sunday, 8. Link changes. This link will not work. From next week onwards, this link will be disabled. So that's it from my end. Thank you. I hope that you guys are able to understand the LWC. There are a lot of things to be done in LWC, guys. Beyond your imagination, we will do. Right? Anybody has any questions?
Rupam,
Tell me.
yeah, can you please show me again How to check the preview output in Dev console?
Same thing. You have to go ahead and you have to create a app. Create a app. No, create a Lightning app and call your
Oh,
LWC component inside it. That's it. That's it. Create a app.
yeah.
Call the component. Okay.
Okay.
Right. Anything else? Anything else? So thank you guys. Have a nice and wonderful day. Nice weekend. See you again in the next week with a new link. Bye bye, guys. Take care.
Thank you, Rupam.